Are there people who want relationships where you don't really love each other, but you just want to have sex randomly sometimes? Does that exist very much? FWB. Pretty common. Yeah, that's called a FWB arrangement. They are fine as long as everyone is upfront about what they want and is able to communicate if there are complications, but that's true of most relationships in general. Although in practicality FWB arrangements have a bad habit of either foregoing the F part and just being acquaintances who fuck, which again, fine as long as everyone is okay with that or someone starts to catch feelings. It can work great, I've seen it happen, but it's not for everyone. When I was in college, absolutely. Now that I'm such older, that just sounds like too much work. My parents got married like that. I always knew they didn't love each other and that they played pretend in front of me and other people. It messed my perception of love and marriage. Shaped my fears. I'm scared of never loving and being loved. Look up people who are aromantic, but not asexual. Lol generally depends. Friends with benefits, like others said. In aerospace, from what I saw, it's called something like queer platonic relationship. That's like 50 of sexual encounters. Have some friends who are in a cohabitation relationship, so they spend all their time together, but sex is deprioritized and they claim they are not together. I don't really get it. People call it friends with benefits. 99% of the time one side wants a real relationship and are happy to engage in sex only in hopes it turns into full relationship. I think those are dumb. I want a single lady to love for the rest of my days. Absolutely, that dynamic exists. Fully committing yourself to another person kinda makes you feel trapped, but if you release those expectations and keep it strictly sexual, I feel like it would allow for so much more fun. It sounds good, but in reality doesn't work long-term for 99% of people. Bed buddies. Be clear. Do not cross lines. Lol yay. Friends with benefits. It's been around for a while. You just described friends with benefits. FWB. I'm in a long-term situation structured like this, but there's actually a lot of love on both sides. It's just not something either of us want to develop into a traditional thing for various reasons. It fits well with both of our lifestyles. You do need to communicate very clearly and touch base occasionally about the nature of what you're doing together and how you both feel about it. You know there's a life expectancy to the sexual part you're sharing with each other. At the end of the day, at least for me, friendship is the most important thing, and having a strong foundation there is what makes it all possible, comfortable, and clear. I would argue that's most marriages these days. You'd have to at least like and respect the other person. Being with someone gross is a turnoff. For practical reasons, it's better they aren't sleeping around. I don't want to worry about STDs, and condoms only protect the area covered. And do I want to worry about accidental pregnancy? It's good to want someone who cares about their partner enough to put in a little effort so everyone gets satisfaction. Put those together, and it sounds like it's better to be in an exclusive relationship with someone who does care about you. Why is that so unappealing? In my opinion, casual relationships and friends with benefits don't work. You always get attached to the other person. Because intimacy is like a drug, it's addictive and you are not even aware that you are getting addicted. One thing to consider is that relationships like that tend to fly under the radar. You don't introduce someone to your friends and family as your FWB. I don't know what the of adults participating in them at any given time is, but it's probably higher than you'd guess. That's certainly what Tinder used to be for. But I guess these days it's used more and more for romantic relationships.